Look, I need to tell you something that's going to sting a little. Most of you watching this right now are financially broke, and it's not because you don't earn enough money. It's because you keep making the same 5 catastrophic purchasing decisions that are systematically destroying your wealth building potential. And before you click away because the truth is uncomfortable, let me share something with you. I have analyzed hundreds of people who've gone from living paycheck to building serious wealth, and they all stopped doing these 5 things. The fundamental difference between wealthy people and everyone else comes down to this simple concept. Rich people buy things that put money in their pocket. Poor people buy things that take money out of their pocket. It's really that straightforward, and it's really that harsh. Now, if you're genuinely tired of being broke, if you're sick of watching your friends build wealth while you struggle to save even $1,000, then you need to pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. Hit that subscribe button right now, because we're building a community of people who understand that money is a tool for freedom, not just something to spend on instant gratification. Let me dive into the first wealth destroyer that you need to eliminate from your life immediately. Brand new cars. This one makes people defensive, but I don't care about your feelings when it comes to your financial future. Purchasing a brand new vehicle is one of the most devastating financial mistakes you can make, and I'm going to prove it with cold hard mathematics. The moment you drive that shiny new car off the dealership lot, it instantly loses 20 to 30% of its value. Gone. Evaporated into thin air. You just burned thousands of dollars for the privilege of that new car smell. Within 12 months, you're down 30% in value. By the 3rd year, you've lost half of what you paid. You're not purchasing transportation, you're purchasing depreciation wrapped in metal and plastic. But here's what really destroys me financially when I see this happening. People finance these depreciating assets. They take out loans at 5, 6, 7% interest to buy something that's losing value faster than ice melting in summer heat. You're literally paying interest on something that's becoming worth less every single day. That's financial self-destruction. And leasing's even worse. When you lease, you're essentially renting a depreciating asset, which means at the end of your lease term, you own absolutely nothing. Zero equity. You handed the dealership thousands of dollars for the privilege of borrowing their car while they kept all the ownership benefits. I can already hear the excuses. But I need reliable transportation. I have family responsibilities. I need to get to work. Of course you do. Here's what smart people do. Buy a 3-year-old certified pre-owned vehicle. Let someone else absorb the massive depreciation hit. You get reliable transportation, often still covered by warranty, for literally half the price of new. When I was building my first business, I drove a beat-up old car that barely started some mornings. Did it hurt my ego? Maybe a little. Did it hurt my bank account? Not at all, and that's the crucial difference. Broke people spend money to appear wealthy. Wealthy people spend money to become wealthier. The vehicle you drive tells the world nothing about your actual wealth. Your investment portfolio balance tells the real story. Every dollar you waste on unnecessary car payments is a dollar that's not growing in the stock market, not earning dividends, not compounding into your future wealth. This brings me to the second wealth destroyer, buying too much house. This is going to upset people because we've been fed this lie for generations that your home is your biggest asset. Wrong. Your primary residence is actually your biggest liability. Let me explain the difference that most people don't understand. An asset puts money into your pocket every month. A liability takes money out of your pocket every month. Your house, the one you live in, removes money from your pocket constantly. Mortgage payments, property taxes, insurance premiums, maintenance costs, utility bills, landscaping, repairs. It's a financial drain, and the bigger the house, the bigger the drain. But real estate always increases in value, people tell me. Really? Ask anyone who bought property in 2007 and watched their home values collapse. Ask people who are currently underwater on their mortgages. Real estate sometimes goes up in some markets if you're lucky, but even when it does appreciate, you can't access that equity without selling your home or borrowing against it, which just creates more debt. Here's what kills me about debt psychology. Debt is a tool that makes wealthy people wealthier and poor people poorer. When you borrow money to purchase stocks or build a business, that's strategic debt because you're leveraging to acquire income-producing assets. When you borrow money to buy a bigger house than you actually need, that's destructive debt because you're leveraging to acquire a liability. People stretch themselves financially to buy the largest house they can possibly qualify for. The bank approves them for $500,000, so they buy a $500,000 house. That's insane. Banks don't care about your financial future. They want you carrying as much debt as possible because that's how they generate profit. They're not your financial advisor, they're your creditor. Do you realize how much you actually pay for a $500,000 house with a 30-year mortgage? Try over $800,000 when you factor in all the interest payments. You're paying $300,000 extra just for the privilege of borrowing money. That's not building wealth, that's transferring wealth from your pocket directly into the bank's pocket. Here's what you should do instead. Buy half the house the bank says you can afford. If they approve you for $500,000, purchase a $250,000 house. I don't care if it's smaller. I don't care if it doesn't have granite countertops or walk-in closets. Buy the house you need, not the house you want to impress people with. Then take all that extra money you're saving every month, money that would have gone to larger mortgage payments, bigger property taxes, higher utility bills, and invest it aggressively. Put it in the stock market, build a diversified portfolio, purchase dividend-paying stocks. Let that money work for you instead of working for the bank. Warren Buffett, one of the richest people on earth, still lives in the same modest house he bought decades ago. Why? Because he understands that every dollar spent on an unnecessarily large house is a dollar that can't compound in his investment portfolio. That's opportunity cost, and opportunity cost is the silent killer of wealth accumulation. The third thing, destroying your financial future, is eating out constantly. Restaurants, takeout, coffee shops, delivery apps. You're hemorrhaging money on food without even realizing the long-term impact. Let me hit you with some numbers that will shock you. The average person spends over $3,000 annually eating out. $3,000. Do you know what $3,000 invested every year for 30 years becomes at a 10% return? Over $500,000. You're trading $500,000 in retirement wealth for convenience and meals you'll forget about within 24 hours. But it's actually worse than that because most people aren't spending just $3,000. They're spending $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 annually. Morning coffee runs, lunch at work, dinner because you're too tired to cook, weekend brunches, date nights. It accumulates faster than you realize. Here's what really bothers me. People tell me they don't have money to invest, then I watch them spend $15 on a salad for lunch. You have the money. You're just allocating it to things that disappear instead of things that grow exponentially over time. Now, I'm not saying never eat out. I'm saying be strategic about it. Cook at home most of the time. Meal prep on weekends. Pack your lunch. Make your coffee at home. These aren't sacrifices. These are intelligent financial decisions. When you do eat out, make it special and meaningful. Don't waste money on mediocre chain restaurants because you're too lazy to plan ahead. Wealthy people understand the true value of every dollar. Poor people think small expenses don't matter, but small expenses become massive expenses over time, and massive expenses destroy wealth building potential. The fourth thing, annihilating your finances, is clothes and accessories you don't actually need. I'm not just talking about designer handbags and luxury watches, although those are absolute wealth destroyers. I'm talking about the constant urge to update your wardrobe every season, to own the latest sneakers, to buy clothes you wear once and then forget about. Your closet's probably packed with things you purchased wore a few times, and now they just sit there occupying space. That's not a wardrobe, that's a museum of poor financial decisions. Here's the truth about clothing that nobody wants to hear. Nobody cares what you're wearing as much as you think they do. Nobody's tracking whether you wore the same outfit twice this week. And the people who are judging you based on your clothes aren't people whose opinion should matter to you anyway. You know what impresses successful people? A substantial investment portfolio, a growing net worth, financial independence, not a closet full of shoes that'll be outdated in 6 months. This goes deeper than just clothing. This is about consumption mentality. We live in a society that constantly tells you that buying things will make you happy. New phone every year, new outfit for every occasion, constant upgrades and updates. It's a trap specifically designed to keep you spending and keep you broke. The fashion industry and tech industry have built their entire business models on making you feel like what you currently have isn't good enough. And you fall for it repeatedly. Here's what wealthy people do differently. We buy quality items that last. We wear them until they actually wear out. We don't care about trends or impressing strangers. A well-made suit, quality shoes, a reliable watch. Buy once, buy quality, then move on with your life. Your money has better places to be than in some corporation's pocket because they convinced you that you need their product to feel valuable. You don't. Your value has nothing to do with what you wear and everything to do with what you build financially. Now, the fifth and final thing keeping you poor, and this might be the most important, subscriptions and memberships you don't actually use. Gym memberships you never use, streaming services you forget about, apps with monthly fees, premium subscriptions for things you could get free, magazine subscriptions, software you don't need. It's like a slow leak in your bank account, dripping away $10 here, $15 there, and you don't even notice until you actually examine your statements. I want you to do something right now. Pull out your bank statement and look at all the recurring charges. How many are you actually using? How many are providing real value? I guarantee you're paying for at least 3 to 5 things you completely forgot about. Cancel them immediately, as this represents free money you're giving away to companies that are betting you're too lazy to cancel. Don't let them win that bet. But here's the bigger issue these subscriptions represent. They represent a mindset of needing constant entertainment, constant access, constant stimulation. You don't need that. You need to build wealth. You need to invest in your future. Every dollar flowing to subscription services you barely use is a dollar that's not working for you in the stock market. It's a dollar that's not compounding. It's a dollar that's not building your retirement fund. So let me bring this all together. Stop buying new cars. Stop buying too much house. Stop eating out constantly. Stop buying clothes you don't need. Stop paying for subscriptions you don't use. These 5 things represent the difference between being broke and being wealthy. It's not about your salary level. I've seen people earning $40,000 annually build serious wealth because they understood these principles. And I've seen people making $200,000 yearly living paycheck to paycheck because they refuse to learn. The choice is entirely yours. You can keep doing what you're doing and stay exactly where you are financially. Or you can make the uncomfortable decisions, eliminate the waste, and start building real wealth. It's not complicated, it's just uncomfortable. And most people choose comfort over wealth every single time. Don't be most people. If this video opened your eyes, if you're ready to stop making excuses and start making money, take action right now. Smash that like button and tell the algorithm this content matters. Leave a comment and tell me which of these 5 things you're guilty of. Be honest, we're all learning together. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and become a member of this channel. When you become a member, you're investing in financial education and joining a community of people who are serious about wealth building. Money doesn't care about your feelings or your excuses. It only responds to the decisions you make. So make better decisions. Stop buying things that make you poor. Start building wealth systematically. That's how you win. That's how you get rich. Now get out there and make it happen.